the building crumbled Saturday, killing 3 people. Newly released video shows workers had serious safety concerns before the collapse.
This grainy video is now being examined by investigators. Potential evidence that may help determine what went wrong.
Oh my God.
2 days before the accident, a concerned worker videoed an upper floor of the 18th story hotel under construction. He points to a series of red flags, like the floor-to-ceiling temporary beams supporting concrete slabs. Speaking Spanish, he says, they couldn't remove this one because it's too bent. It has too much pressure. This is serious.
This was a cascading set of failures.
Civil engineer Norma Jean Mattei watched the video. Governor John Bel Edwards said the possibility of tropical storm winds moving in tomorrow is posing a danger for the 2 damaged cranes still standing.
We are working as hard as we can on a timeline that will allow for those crane towers to actually be taken down safely.
The city said it will use torches and explosives to bring down those 2 teetering cranes. Tropical force winds pummeling New England tonight as a bomb cyclone moves through. The heavy rain and high winds knocked out power to more than 500,000 people from New York to Maine. This is the second coastal storm to hit the New England area in a week. This has canceled dozens of flights. And here in Dayton, the storm has only delayed flights leaving Dayton International. I want to give you a live look right now at the arrivals board. You can see all the flights made it back to Dayton earlier tonight, though. Flights from New York and Philly were delayed. And always remember, before you have to head to the airport, you can always see your flight, whether it's on time, delayed, canceled, by heading to our WHIO News app and click on Flight Tracker. She's talking about, I guess, the expectation for winter, and I looked at a graphic she has pulled up, and it just kind of gave me the heebie-jeebies.
It made you want to bundle up a little bit more, right?
What's that sound you always make that...
Yeah, we have winter just a few weeks away. I know we just got into fall, and it seemed like summer just stuck around as we were moving into the fall season. But we have to talk about our winter outlook, and this is how it's starting to shape up as we're looking ahead to this upcoming winter. Okay, so normally here we talk about La Nina, El Nino patterns when we get into the winter months. Well, we don't have either of those this year, so that is going to allow the Arctic oscillation, which we talk about a lot during the winter time, to be our biggest driver for our winter setups. And that means we will likely see big temperature swings. We could go from 20-degree days to 50-degree days in just a matter of 2 to 3 days. So this is something we're going to be dealing with. On average, when you look at the entire winter from December through February, likely going to average out above normal. But again, remember, normal is around the low 30s for highs. We'll also be looking at the potential of high snowfall with some bigger storms if you get the cold air to time up with that moisture that's going to be moving in. And it could be wetter than normal, which also means that there will be a flooding threat, because as we have those big swings, perhaps the moisture is going to team up more with the warmer air. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that. More mixed precipitation storms as well, talking about sleet, freezing rain, and ice. And just to give you a little scientific look at that Arctic oscillation I was just telling you about, this refers to stratospheric winds that circulate around the Arctic. When it's in its positive phase, those winds are stronger and it can keep that cold air locked in place. When it goes to its negative phase, that jet stream gets a little bit wobbly, and that's when we can see those big dips of cold air spilling southward. And it's possible that you could get something like a polar vortex even in a year where we're seeing that back and forth. So we'll keep an eye on that. Of course, keep you posted here on Channel 7. Speaking of chillier nights, we're going to be falling to the 30s tonight. We have a frost advisory beginning at 3 a.m. to 10 a.m. across our area as we all fall to those 30s. We're at 45 now in the city of Dayton, 41 in Greenville. As we take a look at your live Doppler 7 radar, we do have a few clouds that are still left out there. They're gradually clearing out. And with the clear skies, we can lose that heat very, very quickly. In fact, those temperatures will be falling down to about 36 into the city of Dayton, 38 for you in Greenville. What to wear tomorrow morning for the kids? They're going to want that heavier jacket. They may even want some long sleeves to go underneath that jacket just to stay a little bit warmer. As we head into the afternoon, it'll be closer to normal. We get to 60 degrees. On average, we top out at around 63. We'll have plenty of sunshine throughout the day. So sunglasses and the sweatshirt, that's what you're going to want to grab. Sweatshirt, jacket, blanket, That's what you'll need if you're headed to Touchdown 7 football games Friday night. We'll be falling through those 50s, may even dip into those upper 40s by the time those games are wrapping up. So keep that in mind if you're making plans for tomorrow night. Your weekend in view, we're going to stay in the 70s for highs, so we do have a little jump in those temperatures. Both days at this point do appear to stay dry. That will shift to a wetter pattern on Monday with a cold front that comes in. It's also going to come in with some gusty winds, where perhaps we could have some wind gusts up to 40, perhaps even 50 miles per hour. We'll keep a very close eye on that, posting updates on whio.com, in our weather app, and of course here on Channel 7. Here's your 5-day forecast. Notice we'll get back to the 60s for us tomorrow, into the 70s from this weekend through early next week, but we do have to keep an eye on that cold front on Monday. Then temperatures are going to cool off for Tuesday and Wednesday, back into the 60s. Meteorologist Kirstie Zancini is going to be up with you tomorrow morning at 4:25, and she'll have the latest on your weekend forecast and Monday's storm system.
We want to pass along an important message to our viewers.